Okay, we are going to do a nice quick demo on how a Pitchit AI agent can be trained to bundle internet, utility services, and smart home services inside of one conversation with a lead or a recipient or a current customer that you might be trying to cross-sell or upsell. And so I've got a nice sample greeting. I'm going to make a few assumptions here. So I'm going to assume that this is a customer or an opted-in lead, and they're interested in buying internet, and that they might also be interested in bundling home services and utility services if you present them with some options. And so this is what the AI agent's been trained on. It's been trained to greet customers and then try to prompt the recipient or the lead to give them the address. And therefore, with the address, it can look up what other services might be available and could be bundled. And so we're going to present the lead with those options. I am going to also assume that this is a salesperson that the AI agent's assisting. And so I've instructed the AI agent that they need to function like a sales rep, which means ask them to book a meeting when the lead seems hot, understand the call center hours so that if you are transferring calls inbound at a specific time that you know if it's open or not, and then basically be designed to function as if there was a human in the loop. Now, you don't have to make these assumptions if you don't want to. You could train it otherwise with like a self-serve sign-up link to be presented if someone is interested in buying or bundling. But in this case, I'm making the assumption that there's like a call center or a salesperson waiting in the loop once the AI agent has qualified the intent to buy and presented some bundling options. It is going to, at least in this demonstration, it's going to present the option to book a meeting. And so we'll kind of walk through what happens when we get to that stage in the conversation, but those are some good solid assumptions. The other bit is that we're assuming this conversation's happening on inbound or outbound voice, SMS, email, or WhatsApp. This is not a live chat conversation, and a recipient doesn't have to enter a chat window like this one just to start the conversation. I'm actually only using this browser in this live chat environment because it's much easier to demonstrate in a recorded screen call. And that's because I want, at each step of the conversation, I want to explain what's going on with the AI agent, and that's pretty hard to do in a live voice call. And so when I do demos, I like to show them in this particular browser window instead. So let's jump in. I'm going to function as the lead or the marketing recipient that's trying to bundle internet. And then Pitchit is going to function like the business trying to sell me internet in this conversation. So I receive, let's say in this case, I receive a call or a text message that says, "Hi, this is Pitchit, an AI agent designed to help you bundle internet, phone, and utility services to save you money. Can I help you schedule a call with one of our live agents to get started? Which day would you be available? I can also let you know which providers are available in your area." So let's assume that I am a little tough, and so I don't want to just talk to a rep. I want to actually know what products are available to bundle. So let me say, which products are available for me to bundle at my address, right? Let's just say that's the conversation that I want to have before I book a meeting with a live agent or before I get transferred into the call center to actually purchase this bundle. So the AI agent now is going to present some options. That's going to say, do you want to bundle cell phone, home, internet, or both? Please specify and we'll provide accurate options, right? So let's say both, right? I want to bundle cell phone and home internet at my physical address. Let's see what the AI agent comes back with. It says, "Great, we offer bundles for internet and cell phone plans. Would you like to know specific providers or plan features?" Let's say, let's say I would like to know plan features because I'm looking for fiber internet, right? I'm kind of riffing with the AI agent. I don't really know exactly where it's going to take this conversation with me, but let's just kind of roll with it. It says, here's some fiber options: AT&T internet with up to 2 gigs, Verizon, Fios with up to 2.3, Fidium with up to 2. So now it's told me that I could theoretically bundle internet with my cell phone plans and that I could get several gigabytes of internet when I do that. And then it remembers, oh, look, you've got a hot lead, right? So this lead is hot, a 9 out of 10 score because they're asking about available products, specific interest in both cell phone and internet, and they've requested features showing strong intent. Cool. So what that means is the AI agent thinks it's kind of done its job now, and it wants to hand it over to the call center or transfer. So it's ending after answering the question and saying, "May I have your preferred time for the call?" Assuming that we're in a text message conversation, that makes a lot of sense because they can't just transfer me now. And so it would ask me to tell them when they could call me to talk about buying this package. But I'm not going to be that easy. I'm going to say, how about utilities, right? Maybe I want to bundle cell phone, home internet, and home services like utilities, home security, etc., all in one thing. The AI agent's going to say, can you specify which utilities you're interested in, electric, gas, or water? Let's say electric. No, let's say I just got a really big electric bill and I want to get it down. So let's say electric. It's going to now take an address and do an API fetch to see what electricity is available. But since I haven't given it a physical address, it's probably going to ask me to supply it. That's exactly what happened. It said, thank you. May I know your address, including zip code? And I'll look up availability. Let's say Big Thicket Drive, 78747. Now it's going to take that physical address, send it to Google Maps, structure the address properly, and then take the structured address and fetch the electrical APIs that we have to know which electrical providers might be available. It's going to come back and say that there is electricity available at this address, and I have two options, Austin Energy or Blue Bonnet Electric Co-op Inc. So now you've basically got, you basically have internet, cell phone, plan features, eligibility for a provided address has been checked. Electricity, this lead is now a 9 out of 10, super hot. The only thing we're missing is, do they have intent to take a call? And so it is ending by saying, when's a good time for the call, right? So let's just give in now. We know that we want, let's say I want Austin Energy, AT&T Fiber, and I want to bundle it with my cell phone plan, right? And let's assume Pitchit is a broker in this case, because obviously it's brokering a lot of different categories of products. But let's say as the recipient, I'm finally ready to talk to the call center. Let's say, call me tomorrow, right? Now the AI agent has another job to do. It needs to look up the call center hours and the sales team's hours to see if they're open. And let's say I want to call tomorrow at 3 a.m., right? So the call center should be closed at that time, and the AI agent should be able to look that up and find out that it is in fact closed. And it is. So it did its job. It said, we're only available on Tuesday, which is correct because today's Monday. And so tomorrow will be Tuesday. We're only open Tuesday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Can you choose a different time? This is amazing. So it's not just going to like transfer me into a call center at 3 a.m. It's going to make me adhere to their time frame. So let's say 9 a.m. is my second time option. Now the AI agent should find that time's available, but it might not know my zip code. Oh, actually, you know what? It knows my time zone because it has my full address, and that's a Texas address, so it knows that I'm calling or I'm talking about Central Time. So it actually just booked the meeting right now. It didn't ask for time zone. And so what we have now is a 9 o'clock appointment tomorrow morning at Central Time Zone to talk about electricity in particular, the Austin Energy, plus bundling it with AT&T Fiber Internet and my cell phone plan, all in one. And so there's two options here. In this demo, I showed how the AI agent's going to book a meeting with a human in a call center. But the other option you can train the agent on is to not have a human in the loop. So effectively train the AI agent to actually just call me again at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning and say, hey, this is Pitchit, an AI agent. You asked us to call you at 9 a.m. It's 9 a.m. Can I transfer you into the call center now, right? And so the AI agent could actually take this meeting entirely and completely eliminate the requirements for manual labor for any of this sales legwork. And this is something I would definitely advise to do. But what I want to show here on the bottom left is one little tidbit of cool stuff that has happened. So the lead, it's correctly identified me now as the high score, 10 out of 10, because I gave my address, asked about plan features, scheduled a call. Obviously, we talked about bundling, etc. And so it's got all this amazing dispositioning information that would basically allow you to update your CRM automatically. The user talked about home internet, cell phone plans. It wants fiber internet. It asks about utility bundling. Here's their physical address if you want to look up anything before the call, etc. This is all now going to get dumped into the CRM or your database so that your human team, when they eventually do take a look at this person, they'll see the entire conversation plus all of the logic of the AI agent. And so that is effectively how you can have a Pitchit AI agent help by presenting bundling options to recipients. They can bundle home internet, utility, home services, water, gas, electricity, etc. Inside of one live conversation through voice SMS, email, or WhatsApp. Thanks for watching.